Good morning, friends. If you're interested in the latest immigration news, watch this video. We have a lot to get caught up on. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients all over the United States on many complex matters except removal and employment-based process. Visit us at McBeanLaw.com so that you can learn more about what we do. Okay, let's get into it. In this one, we're going to cover DACA, of course. We'll also talk about some latest updates with TPS, administrative closure, reconciliation pathway for 10 million people. I'll also provide a brief update on the U.S. Citizenship Act, return and deportees, and a change that USCIS announced yesterday for those of you who are seeking to change your status to F1 here in the United States. All right, friends, let's get going. Now, as far as the issue with DACA. Guys, as you may have read in the news that last week a Texas judge stopped the new filing of DACA applications, or the initial filings is what we call it. The decision is going to be appealed by the Biden administration. This only impacts, and I want you to hear me clearly, it only impacts those who have a pending initial application, or those who are planning on filing an initial application, which is a new application to USCIS, okay? Current DACA recipients are not impacted by this decision. And I know this may seem a little confusing for some people because USCIS issued a little release about it, and it seemed a little confusing. So let's try to break it down. But according to USCIS, it says, they say, consistent with this order, DHS will continue to accept the filing of both initial and renewal DACA requests, as well as accompanying requests for employment authorization. However, pursuant to the July 16, 2021 order from the Southern District of Texas, DHS is prohibited from granting initial DACA requests and accompanying requests for employment authorization. Also consistent with that order, DHS will continue to grant or deny renewal DACA requests according to existing policy. So what USCIS is saying here, friends, is that while they will not be approving any new or initial applications for DACA, they will still accept the application. And so why are they doing that? Is it just to get the fees? I don't know, but that seems a bit strange, but that's what they're planning on. That's what they want. They want you to continue to apply, but they will not grant the request. Then also the acting director of USCIS said that all individuals whose DACA requests were granted prior to this decision will continue to have and be eligible to renew DACA. So if you already have DACA, guys, you can continue to renew it until things change. Hopefully things will not change again, but this is what they're saying. You can continue to renew your DACA application. All right. Let's jump into the fact that on Capitol Hill, there is a push to codify or make permanent the DACA program. Senator Cornyn on the Senate Judiciary Committee, a Republican, is really pushing a DACA-only bill that would provide a permanent solution to those who enter the United States as children. He wants this to happen rather than the H.R. 6 American Dream and Promise Act, which opens the pot, so to speak, to more people, right? It increases the eligibility to more people. And then it also, under H.R. 6, as you guys know, it also allows for lawful status for other groups, right? TPS holders, TPS holders, and more individuals under Dreamers, right? Dreamers, those who came into the United States 18 or under. And so that's a bigger pool of individuals from the DACA recipients who had to be 16 or under. Now, according to Senator Cornyn, he says, with respect to H.R. 6, there is no clear and politically viable path forward for such legislation in Congress. Now, the last action that took place on H.R. 6 was that Senate hearing on June 15th. Nothing else has happened with regard to that legislation quite yet. Now, let's jump into TPS. what's going on with TPS. There are some important updates. For Yemen, number one, the extension and redesignation date is from September 4th, 2021 through March 3rd, 2023. Somalia was also recently extended, and redesignation will be in effect from September 18th, 2021 through March 17th, 2023. Haiti, guys, the guidance is not out yet with regard to Haiti, the designation date. According to the government, specific duration dates for the designation and instructions for applying for TPS will be included in the upcoming Federal Register notice on TPS Haiti. Learn more about the TPS. For those of you who are following Haiti closely, you could learn more about those dates and when it's going to become available to you, the registration. Learn more at uscis.gov/news so that you won't miss that. All right. What's next? Administrative closure. You may also have heard that Attorney General Garland recently ruled that judges can close removal cases again. Now, I want you guys to understand something. When an immigration judge closes a case, it doesn't mean that it's terminating removal proceedings against you or dismissing the case against you. No, what happens is it removes the case from the judge's active calendar or docket. And it also removes it from the BIA's docket. According to the Attorney General in this opinion, he says that the administrative closure process has served to facilitate the exercise of prosecutorial discretion, allowing government counsel to request that certain low priority cases can be removed from immigration judges' active calendars or the board's docket, thereby allowing adjudicators to focus on higher priority cases. And so for those of you who are looking to pursue a remedy outside of court, and you need to get your case administratively closed so that you can pursue that remedy outside of the immigration court process, this option is now back, and it gives you more options to get your status straightened out. Okay, what's going on with respect to immigration reform? And just to clarify, when I say immigration reform in this video, what I'm actually referring to is the reconciliation package that Senator Bernie Sanders has put together on the Senate side from the Budget Committee that would allow Dreamers, TPS holders, farm workers, and essential workers to have a legal status in the United States. And the last impact number that I saw is 10 million. Potentially 10 million people will be touched by this. Now, what is new? What's new is that certain key Democratic senators have announced that they're supporting this. They support including immigration programs in the reconciliation package. So Senator Manchin in particular has come out and said, I'm fine with this. I support this. I was part of the 2013 I supported the 2013 legislation for immigration reform, and this makes sense now for us to do this. So, but just a reminder that all Senate Democrats need to agree to this, guys, and a majority of the House Dems need to support it as well. But everything with respect to reconciliation will come down to the Senate parliamentarian. Her decision will be critical, and what's being discussed is the fact that the size of this reconciliation package for immigration for immigrants may not be as large as being proposed, right? It may impact smaller number of people. It may not be the 10 million. So the size may change, the scope may change. We don't even know what specifically the programs will look like right now, because once this is approved by the parliamentarian, the individual committees will be tasked with crafting legislation that will tell us exactly who's eligible and how it's going to work. So we have to stay tuned for a lot more details if the parliamentarian approves this. So what about Senator Menendez, right? He is the sponsor of the U.S. Citizenship Act. What does he have to say about this? Well, he said that 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 this package, that's not everything that my U.S. Citizenship Act would do, but it would be a very big down payment. The goal is to be as expansive as we can on immigration reform. Now, speaking of the U.S. Citizenship Act, guys, what's going on with that? That's the big Biden bill, the 11 million people, right? Well, there has not been any legislative action since this bill was introduced in the Senate and House. No committee action, no nothing. Complete silence. So that is the update. They are not pushing the U.S. Citizenship Act on Capitol Hill at this time. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit to news that you may have also heard about with respect to bringing deportees back to the United States. Well, there is a joint initiative between DHS and the Department of Veterans Affairs that would focus on reviewing deported veterans and whether any of those individuals should be brought back to the United States. That's really the focus of that review right now. But the Congressional Black Caucus wants to expand that review to more people, right? And so they sent a letter recently to the DHS secretary asking him to expand the review of deported immigrants who should return to the United States. But again, guys, the focus right now on bringing deportees back to the U.S. is very limited, very narrow. What they're looking at, from what I understand, through the partnership with Veterans Affairs, is those who are veterans. Now, lastly, I jumped ahead. Let me back up a little. Let me just back up a little. Lastly, guys, USCIS announced that for those of you who are inside of the United States who are looking to change your status to become an F1 student, you no longer need to submit an application that would protect your status, so to speak, so that you don't go out of status. You don't need to submit a Bridge the Gap application. According to the government, this new change would eliminate the need for individuals who have applied for a change of status to F1 student to apply to change or extend their non-immigrant status while their initial F1 change of status application is pending. So check that out on USCIS.gov's website to see, to learn more about that. But essentially, this is good news. So, and it would avoid additional filing fees on your part. Okay. Now, lastly, guys, if you'd like to discuss your legal matter with our firm, we do handle a number of types of cases, I should say. Go on McBeanlaw.com to see what we do and how we help people every day around the world. And of course, here in the United States with the work that we do. Also, you may contact us at 516-866-3900, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, or send an email to info@mcbeanlaw.com so that someone on our team can respond to your request for an appointment. Get your appointment, because that is the only way that we could really go deeper into your matter and help you. Subscribe now. Don't want to forget to subscribe to McBean Immigration TV so that you won't miss my updates as they come out each week. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this one. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.